Everybody, welcome back to the channel. The stock market is about to go crazy tomorrow, and in today's video I'm going to explain to y'all why. And I'm also going to be sharing with y'all some stocks that y'all should be keeping in your watch list for tomorrow as well. And I'm going to be answering some of you guys' questions like we always do here on this channel, for those of y'all who dropped the stocks of interest in the comment section of our last video. Before we begin, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. All right, so let's begin right off the bat. So today was it was a pretty nasty day. As soon as the market opened, everything just started to sell off quite aggressively. All right, if you look on that right shoulder retest right there, it didn't hold at all. As soon as the gates opened, we saw huge volume of sellers, and there was a little bit of a clue that it was going to happen anyways with that bearish pennant into the entry, right? So that was actually, no, this is midday. It actually happened right here. Yeah, there is the bearish pennant. There it is. So it's right there. All right, and as soon as the breakdown happened, everything just started to sell off. So that's one thing that happened today. Now, where is the market going to go next? Right now, it looks like buyers are stepping in. All right, we had some earnings today, and right now, 3 hours after the earnings have been reported, so we've seen a steady climb. I think that the market makers are going to cause the market to fall a little bit more and actually give a second shot at for short sellers to pretty much cover any short position that they may have. So I do kind of expect a double bottom over here at this level at around 41.41, or a little bit lower towards like 41.25. And then immediately, like after we reach that level, I expect a huge push throughout like the middle of the day. The market has been oversold for quite some time, and I do think that there may be a little bit of a rally coming soon. All right, but at first, watch it for this drop, because I think it's going to happen. I think. All right, that's my honest thoughts on the overall market. Now, reasons why I think this is going to happen. Again, we gotta look at Microsoft. Microsoft earnings was very, very tough to even predict. If you look on the daily, right, somebody can see the obvious, very obvious head and shoulders on there. It looks bearish from the start. We got the massive head right here. We got the left shoulder, and then we got the right shoulder right there. Right, it looks bearish, but the reaction was positive. They actually crushed earnings. Let's see. So this is Microsoft earnings. They beat their EPS and their revenue by a very small percentage, and their revenue year over year was up by 20%. What I expect for Microsoft is something that just pretty much a retest, right? I think it's going to open up at around the same price at $280, and then it's going to drop all the way down to $275. Pretty much kill the value of both the calls and the puts. Just siphon the value out of all of them, right? And if we don't get a massive rebound today, like what I showed y'all with the SPY, if we don't see something like even maybe a little bit deeper like that, and then this type of move, it may occur the day that follows. But I think tomorrow will be the day to siphon the value out of those contracts, which will be nice. Like, the contracts will be cheaper, right? And when the contracts are cheap, that means that the ROI on every day trade specifically is a lot more lucrative, especially if you're right and if your timing is right, the direction is right, and the pace at which the trade is going is ideal. All right, so it's a good thing. If you gamble through earnings, it's a bad thing, because I think that those contracts are going to get annihilated either direction. Now, for Google, also had earnings. The reaction started out negative at first. It dragged the market down. Right now it's just chilling. I think it's just going to stay right in here. It's not going anywhere. It's just going to stay in this range around like 23.10. Yeah, right here for quite some time before it decides to bounce. I was bearish on this one just because it has been downtrending for quite some time, especially on the weekly chart. But it's just not. It didn't move too much, and I do think the bottom is kind of near, very very near, on the overall market, the SPY and the Nasdaq. So that's my honest thoughts on the overall market and the impact that these two mega cap stocks have on the overall market. I think we bounce. So watch for that rebound. Now, one stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list for tomorrow, more like a sector, is AAL. All right, AAL has this thing going for itself. It formed a it looked bullish at first until the breakdown midday at around like 9:45 ish. It broke down right here at 1946, and then it just kept tanking and tanking. I think it's going to open up lower and then rebound, right? I think it's going to open up lower and then rebound. The reason why I think so is because of BA. BA has earnings tomorrow morning. All right. And BA is actually setting up for an earnings, not, well, I don't want to say disaster, but for an earnings miss. All right. Now, here, this is what I see on BA. There is a bearish pennant on there, right? And usually without earnings, it's a very easy trade. Without earnings, we can just expect this thing to just slowly fall and fall, right? All the way down and fall all the way down to like maybe even 150. Yeah, maybe around 150. Usually that's what you would expect. So I think that the earnings reaction is going to be terrible regardless of what the earnings numbers are. And I do think that it's going to open up lower, maybe at like 155. And then in the morning, there will be a massive pull. There will be massive drag down all the way down to 150 before rebound. So watch it for a potential day trade intraday. If you took a short position on this one, we were watching this one in the Discord and I have been sharing it in the watch list. Some people made some money on this thing on the way down. So if you're shorting this one, don't get too greedy and watch for that exit, especially in the morning. So that's the first stock, AAL, or just airlines in general. Right now, the next one that y'all should be keeping in your watch list, that one is UPST. Again, I'm gonna share this one again because it's been really slow. It's trading in the middle of that gap. It's only a matter of time. Their circle used to be, I used to have it over here, right? And then it just kept consolidating. And then I moved it over here. And then it just kept consolidating. And then I moved it over here and over here. Today we took a day trade on it. The setup was it wasn't quite obvious, but everything was selling off and it just seemed like it would play out well. All right, so we're gonna look at this thing. All right, so before the UPST day trade, I actually took a trade on QQQ, which didn't play out well. It looked like it was going to make a move. It held right and into the close, and I bought a call on there for like $390. And unfortunately, the market was flat, and I had to sell it 10 minutes into the open at around like $260. Lost about 33% on that one. And then after that, again, this is today's trade. UPST showed up, all right, and the game plan was simple. Get in here at 77 with a stop loss at 78. So we got in with puts right here, all right, and then it just kept falling and falling and falling with the market. It didn't fall quite aggressively as I thought it would. I thought it would drop all the way down to 72.65, maybe even $70, at least as much like as aggressive as the other tech stocks, but it wasn't too aggressive. It was falling slowly. It got from 77 to 75, and then from there, as soon as it got to like $74, where was it? Yeah, as soon as it got to $74, which was at around like at 9:40. Let me show y'all this thing. So it got to here. As soon as it got to here, I immediately started to sell and sell. All right. And then it forms another thing in the afternoon for a re-entry for the potential gap down tomorrow. And I took another entry right here at $76 for a much cheaper price than what I sold for. So hopefully we'll see this thing crumble down to, well, if there's some bad news, but in favor of the shorts, then we can expect the stock to actually fall lower towards $70 and maybe even finally just fill this gap completely. So definitely watch this one for a potential drop for a day trade. If that is so, it's going to be quite rapid. Again, I think that there will be a massive move tomorrow, but in the afternoon it will be more bullish. So this is, if you're short, especially if you're really short bias on the overall market, you want to watch out for a potential reversal. So that's my very honest opinion on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you haven't added me on social media yet, you can find me at Paul and Ngumah and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, left some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get set up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. Also, if you'd like to get some free stocks, you can find the third link in the description of the video below. You can sign up with Webull and have those free stocks up to, the value is up to $1,850. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul and Ngumah with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.